The deluge of rainfall in California has caused several reservoirs to fill to the point of overflowing, bringing relief to those who have been experiencing a long drought in the region. However, some experts are warning that this could put too much stress on the levees near the reservoirs, which could lead to flooding in nearby towns and water loss. The recent rainfall is a result of two atmospheric rivers that hit California earlier this month, following a particularly wet season that has flooded the state and eased the drought. San Luis Obispo County's Whale Rock Reservoir, which has not been full since 2005, and California's second-largest reservoir, Lake Oroville, were among the bodies of water that were replenished by recent rains. However, too much rain can stress the levees along nearby rivers that attach to the reservoirs, worsening flooding and leading to water loss. AccuWeather meteorologist Paul Pastelock has warned that the excess rain expected to hit California next week could cause flooding. The reservoirs are getting over their historical averages and starting to fill up too fast, he told Newsweek. If the reservoirs overflow, water can spill into nearby rivers, potentially flooding small towns or campsites. Some of the water will be lost, which is not ideal in a drought. Another risk is that the levees that prevent overflow can falter under the pressure and break, releasing massive amounts of water, further worsening floods and water loss. Last week, the Pajaro River levee ruptured, causing severe flooding in Watsonville, California. Unrelenting rain stressed the levee to the point of failure and it broke. Residents in a nearby agricultural community evacuated, but CBS News reported that streets, cars, homes, businesses, and schools were submerged. California has already experienced the impact of too much rain in 2017 when an emergency spillway on the Oroville Dam started to break. The reservoir's levels were high because of recent rain, and if the spillway had fully broken, it would have released uncontrollable floodwater. Nearly 200,000 residents were evacuated. Although the spillway held and was repaired, University of California, Davis, Professor Andrew Reipel told Newsweek that this was a prime example of what can happen with too much rain. It begins to test the safety of our dam infrastructure, he said. Although several reservoirs are overflowing, U.S. Department of Agriculture meteorologist Brad Rippey told Newsweek that more broken levees from too much rain are unlikely this season. California's wet season typically ends in March, and the end of the season is expected to bring a respite from the rain. Overwhelmed reservoirs will be relieved from taking on more water. Given the fact that we are coming up toward the end of the 2022-23 winter wet season and the fact that there's been 3 years of drought preceding it, I'm not anticipating any major crises related to reservoirs, Rippey said. Worst-case scenario, the water managers will have to let water go to make room for what's coming down during the melt season. However, flooding and levee rupture are not the only concerns from too much water going too quickly into reservoirs. The excess water can also negatively affect a reservoir's ecosystem by affecting food webs and fisheries. Low reservoir levels actually improve the foraging ability of fish such as bass, according to Reipel. Low reservoir levels can also intensify nutrient cycling, resulting in induction of phytoplankton blooms, Reipel said. Other work has shown that high reservoirs can stimulate recruitment, the number of babies born, for some fish species.